Obviously, I feel very much like I'm walking in my father's footsteps. Granted, it's, what was it, 91 years after. So it's indeed more than just a pleasure. It's a very emotional time to see his legacy being honored in such a palpable manner. And as you know, that period of time, 1937, it was a period when we were trying to break free from the shackles of colonialism, which had, shall we say, inherited the chains of slavery. And the message of my father was that we were a mighty people and we could accomplish what we will. And he believed very much in the capacity of the mind to create, and that we had to liberate our minds from mental slavery. As you know, at that trip in 1937, I think he was actually coming back from Halifax, Canada, and that's where he made that speech, that we must liberate our minds from mental slavery, because while others may free the body or help us to free the body, none but ourselves can free the mind. And I think you all know that Bob Marley took that and made it into his lyrics for Redemption Song. So that was what it was all about. Redeeming ourselves, redeeming our history, redeeming our traditions, redeeming our culture, because we had been disconnected from that during that period of enslavement and then the succeeding period of colonialism. And that brings us fast forward to today, when, I think the message is still appropriate, because some people think that we live in their backyard, but I think we as St. Kittians and Levisians know that this is our front yard, and we're looking at it from our veranda, and we're not in anybody else's backyard. So I think we have the fortitude of those who, freed us from slavery, because nobody gave us freedom. We freed ourselves from slavery with all of our revolts and our revolutions. And we also freed ourselves from colonialism through the labor unions and the unrest throughout the Caribbean during that period of time, from the 30s, the 40s, up to the 60s, and I think you achieved your independence in 1981. We proceeded during Jamaica a little bit in 1962, so we're actually somewhat proud of that. But as I said, the shackles are still there in terms of the global financial system and the hegemony of the European American liberal democratic system that still incarcerates not only our minds, but incarcerates us physically in terms of what we're able to accomplish because of their rules and regulations through the IMF, the World Bank, and so on. So we have to continue keeping on in terms of our journey towards full freedom and liberation, not only of our minds, but when we liberate our minds, of course, we will free our spirit to be creative and to be one with our Creator. And that's where we're really going in terms of our liberation. Because, as I said, we liberate our bodies, we liberate our minds, and then the absolute liberation is liberation of our spirit. When we've liberated our spirit, then, we'll be so powerful that no one can master us on earth. Our only master, of course, will be God, and we can accomplish what we will. So up you mighty people, you can accomplish what you will. It's again a pleasure for me to be here and share this moment with you. Thank you for having me.
Let the rhythm of the ancestors speak to us through the drums.